The overhead speakers echoed through the bustling Chicago O'Hare Airport. Final boarding call for Flight 412 to Los Angeles. Sarah Thompson sprinted down the terminal, her sneakers pounding against the shiny floor, her lightweight jacket trailing behind her. Her carry-on bag bounced against her side with every stride. Gate 27 was just ahead. She was almost there. This flight wasn't just a trip. It was everything. Then, a weak, gasping voice stopped her cold. "Help, please." She whipped around. Slumped against a row of uncomfortable airport seats was an elderly man in a worn-out trench coat, his cane fallen to the floor. One hand clutched his chest, his face pale and twisted in pain. Eyes pleading for someone, anyone, to notice. Sarah's heart raced. The gate was right there. The plane to Los Angeles, the one she'd scrimped and saved for over a year to afford. The interview tomorrow morning at a leading nonprofit organization helping foster children. It was her dream. Job, the chance. To finally escape the endless cycle of low-paying shifts and build a real future. Everything she'd sacrificed for hinged on this moment. But the old man wheezed again, struggling for breath. Sarah didn't think twice. She dropped her bag and rushed back. At 31, Sarah Thompson wasn't the type to chase spotlight or call herself a hero. Growing up in a small town outside Detroit as the oldest of 3 siblings, with a mom who worked 2 jobs to keep them afloat, Sarah learned early that real kindness wasn't about grand gestures. It was about showing up when it mattered most. She'd spent the last decade as a part-time barista and home health aide, caring for seniors just like this man. She gave quietly without expecting anything in return. Today, that meant giving up what felt like her entire future. She knelt beside him, checking his pulse, loosening his collar, and calmly asking questions she'd practiced 100 times. "Sir, can you speak? Does it hurt here?" Airport security arrived quickly, followed by paramedics. In the midst of the flurry, sirens, questions. The man's hand weakly, squeezing hers in gratitude. The plane to Los Angeles taxied away without her. Her name was announced over the PA system multiple times. She ignored it. By the time the man was stabilized and loaded into an ambulance, Sarah's flight was long gone. No more connections would get her to Los Angeles in time for the interview. She sank into a seat at the empty gate, her crumpled boarding pass in her fist. Tears streamed down her face, not from regret over helping him, but from the crushing weight of what she'd lost. Double shifts, skipped meals, every extra dollar saved, all for nothing. She texted the hiring manager a brief apology and powered off her phone. A custodian mopping nearby paused. "You all right, miss?" Sarah managed a weak smile, wiping her eyes. "Just missed my flight." He nodded knowingly, like he'd seen this story play out 1,000 times, and moved on. Hours dragged by. Sarah wandered the terminal aimlessly. Her savings depleted, her plans shattered. As she passed a quiet airport cafe, the barista called out, "Sarah Thompson, you've been paged to gate 12. Someone's waiting for you." Confused, exhausted, and a little cautious, Sarah headed over. 2 sharply dressed men in suits greeted her with warm smiles. "Miss Thompson, Mr. Ellison would like a word," one said politely. They led her to a private VIP lounge, plush seats, soft lighting, a world away from the chaos outside. There, sipping coffee in an elegant armchair, was the elderly man from earlier. But now he looked transformed. Crisp, tailored suit, alert eyes, an air of quiet authority. "I hoped I'd get the chance to thank you properly," he said with a gentle smile. "Please sit." Sarah stared, stunned. You're okay?" "Better than okay, thanks to you." She sat down slowly, still processing. "I missed my flight. I had this huge interview." He raised a hand. "I know. I made some calls. Asked around about the young woman who saved my life."
I've got some good news
Who?
to share.
"Who are you?" He extended a
I've
hand.
got some good news for you.
"Robert Ellison, founder and former CEO of Horizon Airways." The name hit her like a thunderbolt. Horizon Airways, one of the biggest airlines in the country. "You own the airline?" He chuckled softly. "My family runs the day-to-day now, but yes. I still like to wander airports incognito. You see the real world here, the rush, the indifference, and sometimes the extraordinary." He looked at her intently. "Today I saw extraordinary in you. You didn't hesitate. You gave up everything for a complete stranger. Most people, they'd have kept running. Sarah shook her head. I just did what felt right. Anyone decent would have... That's exactly it, he interrupted gently. Not everyone does. But you reminded me why I started Horizon all those years ago. Not just to fly planes, but to connect people, to make the world a little kinder at 30,000 feet. He pulled out his phone and dialed. Reschedule Miss Thompson's interview in Los Angeles. And fly the executive team out to meet her, personally. He paused, then added, make it happen tomorrow. Hanging up, he turned back to Sarah. If the interview goes well, and I have a feeling it will, you'll have the job. We'll handle your travel, relocation, everything. A competitive salary, benefits. You won't have to scrape by anymore. Sarah's eyes widened. Why? Why would you do all this for me? Because people like you are rare, he said simply. And because you helped an old man that the world had walked past. 3 weeks later, Sarah strolled through a sunny park in Los Angeles. Her new employee badge clipped to her bag, a quiet smile on her face. She didn't just get the job kindness rewritten Dastny.